Welcome back to the Story of Liberty. I'm your host, John Bona. Heard the term circuit rider. It was a popular term referring to clergy in the earliest years of America. They traveled around specific geographic territories to minister to settlers and organize congregations. They were mostly Methodist from the Episcopal Church and related denominations. And they went out there horseback to preach the good news. I heard a joke about revival. 3 pastors were discussing the results of revival with one another. The Methodist minister said, "Well, the revival worked out great for us. We gained 4 new families." The Baptist preacher said, "We did better than that. We gained 6 new families." The Presbyterian pastor said, "Well, we even did better than you guys. We got rid of our 10 biggest troublemakers." Such is life. One of those great circuit riders was a young boy named David Marks, a 15-year-old boy preacher in the Northeast. He kept going till he was 40 years old. He preached to thousands in different churches throughout New England. He wrote books and articles. He taught school. He almost died of exhaustion at the age of 40. Well, just before he rode into a little town in Ontario, announcing that he would preach in a few minutes in the park, a small crowd gathered. And he asked the crowd if anyone had a text he would like to hear to be preached. A man mocked him and said, "I have a text, nothing." Well, Marx thought about it a minute, and he began preaching on nothing. He said, God created the world from nothing. God gave us laws in which there is nothing unjust. Marx continued. He said, if we've broken God's law, there's nothing in us to justify us. There is nothing to comfort sinners in death or hell. While Christians have nothing of their own in which to boast, we have Christ. And in Him we have nothing to cause us grief, nothing to disturb our peace, and nothing to fear in eternity. The man did not ask another question. He mounted his horse and traveled to the next village, and this time he decided to preach on something. He said, there's something above all things. There is something that a man is designed to live forever. And there's also something in us that makes us unhappy. But there is something about the gospel that reverses our unhappiness and gives us hope, the joy of the Lord. He says Christians understand that, but the world doesn't. From this uneducated young circuit rider, he loved Scripture. He became a brilliant man of Scripture, and his heart loved Christ. He loved Christ. And he preached the gospel without fear.